The old house stood at the edge of the town, a dilapidated relic with tales as ancient as its creaky floorboards. Ellen and Mark, newlyweds, were drawn to its enigmatic aura, dreaming of transforming it into their own sanctuary. From the first night, however, a peculiar detail stirred their curiosity: a door at the end of a dark hallway that refused to open. It was not for lack of trying. They tried every key, every trick, even the brute force of Mark's shoulder, but the door remained resolutely shut. The house seemed to sigh and groan with their frustration. Days turned into nights and nights into whispers of unease. Ellen often felt a prickling gaze on her as she walked through the hallway. Mark dismissed it as nerves. But the whispers started, ever so faintly, emanating from behind the locked door. By the fifth night, sleep had become elusive, and Ellen woke with a start, cold sweat slicked on her brow. Mark was already out of bed, murmuring something about hearing them too. Their hearts pounded in synchrony as they made their way down the hallway, the whispers growing louder. Suddenly, the door handle turned, and with a slow, eerie creak, the door swung open. They stepped into the room, eyes wide with a mix of fear and curiosity. There, on dusty shelves lining the walls, sat dolls of every kind: porcelain, rag dolls, marionettes, their eyes fixed intently on the door, as if they had been waiting for Ellen and Mark to arrive. The couple's breaths hitched. The dolls seemed almost alive under the pale light of the old chandelier that flickered ominously. Ellen reached out to one of the dolls, an antique with a cracked face and lifelike blue eyes. The moment her fingers brushed its fragile form, a chilling breeze swept through the room. The dolls' heads turned in unison. Paralyzed with horror, Ellen stumbled back into Mark, who clutched her tightly, his own terror mirrored in her wide eyes. Then, the murmurs became voices, tiny and haunting. "Stay with us," they whispered, a cacophony of eerie appeals. Ellen's heart drummed in her ears as the room seemed to close in around them. Just as the fear threatened to paralyze them, Mark found his voice. "We need to leave. Now." They turned to flee, but the door slammed shut with a thunderous clap. The room was plunged into darkness, the whispers piercing their minds like icy needles. As they groped for the doorknob in blind panic, a child's voice rose above the rest, clear and commanding. "You can't leave. Not ever." The chandelier's light burst into brilliance, illuminating the room one last time, revealing the dolls now standing, their faces contorted in malevolent grins. The couple's screams echoed through the old house, mingling with the triumphant whispers of the dolls. And then, silence. The door, that mysterious door, was locked once more. But now, behind it, the collection of dolls had two new additions, their eyes eternally wide with fear.